Major rivers of India, irrigation meaning and its need, types of irrigation and their distribution, multipurpose river valley projects. Importance or uses of water. Water is very precious and very essential sources. It is impossible to sustain life. Beings need it for various purposes like cooking, washing, drinking, even agriculture purpose, generation of hydroelectricity, industries, navigation, fishing, etc. Water is available in two ways: surface water and surface water. Surface water resources are rainfall, river, lake, tank, springs, sea, etc. Unsurface water means underground water and borewell water. Major rivers of India. India has many river systems. They are the natural resources of country. The rivers are useful for irrigation, generation of tidal power, inland waterways and fishing. The river systems of India can be divided into two groups. One is North India rivers and Peninsular or South India rivers. First, rivers of North India. North India rivers are most of the rivers. These are rises on Himalayas. The important among them are Indus River or Sindhu River, Ganga River and Brahmaputra River. River Indus or Sindhu, it rises Mount Kailash, Manas Sarovar, Tibet. Indus River flows northwestwards in India, flows towards the southwest and enters Pakistan. Finally, it joins the Arabian Sea near Karachi. Total length of Indus River is about 2897 kilometers. Only 709 kilometers flow in India. Rest of a large area covered Pakistan. Indus River receives many tributaries such as Jhelum, Chenab, Beas, Ravi and Satluj rivers. Next important river system in India is Ganga River. It is the largest and longest river in India. Its length is about 2525 kilometers. It is longest river of India. It rises in the Gangotri Glacier, Himalayas. Ganga River flows towards the south and southeast, then enters Bangladesh where it joins the Brahmaputra and form in the world largest delta is Ganga Brahmaputra Delta. After it joins the Brahmaputra, it continues as a Padma and finally flows into the Bay of Bengal. Its major tributaries are Yamuna, Gagra, Gandak, Ramaganga, Gomati, Sarda, Son and Kosi. Yamuna River is the longest tributary of river Ganga. Brahmaputra River rises Manas Sarovar. It rises Chamayundi Glacier. See, Chamayundi Glacier. So in Tibet it is called Zangpo, means purifier. It flows towards the east and enters India through a narrow gorge in Arunachal Pradesh. Gorge means very steep, deep. Then it flows to the west and turns to the south in Bangladesh. So river Indus, it joins Ganga. Its length is 2580 kilometers. Next now, South India or Peninsular India rivers. Important, most of these rivers are rises in Western Ghats. Mahanadi River, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Narmada, Tapi and their important tributaries. This can be grouped into east flowing rivers and west flowing rivers. The important east flowing rivers of India are in Peninsular India are Mahanadi River, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri are the important east flowing rivers. Mahanadi River rises in Sivaha range and flows towards the east. Its length 851 kilometers and joins finally in Bay of Bengal. River Mahanadi rises in Sivaha range. So this is important river. Even Hirakud project also constructed across this river. Next, peninsular India or South India longest river is Godavari. It rises Triambaka near Nasik, Maharashtra. 1465 kilometers its length. It joins finally in Bay of Bengal. Godavari river rises already I said Triambaka near Nasik in Maharashtra. River Krishna rises near Mahabaleshwar in Western Ghats. Then it flows toward the southeast. Total its length is 1400 km and joins the Bay of Bengal. River Krishna rises near Mahabaleshwar in this picture. See, my dear students, observe here. Next, Krishna river main tributaries are Bhima, Tungabhadra, Koyna, Ghataprabha and Malaprabha. Koyna, it is important dam in Maharashtra. River Kaveri rises at Talakaveri or Kurg or Kodagu, plus toward the east and joins the Bay of Bengal. It is called Karnataka Ganga River. River Kaveri rises at Kaveri, Kodagu. See in this picture. Its tributaries are Hemavati River, Shimsha, Kavini, Arkavati, Lakshman Tirtha, Swarnavati, Bhavani. These are the important tributaries of Kaveri River. The important west flowing rivers of India are Narmada and Tapi. These are the major west flowing rivers. River Narmada rises in Amarkantak Hills and flows westward 1312 kilometers in length. It is through flowing narrow gorge called Marble Gorge and joins the Arabian Sea. See, River Narmada rises in Amarkantak Hills in this picture, observe. Next, the Tapi River, Tapati River rises near Multai, flows westward 724 kilometers length. Finally, it joins Arabian Sea. Tapi River rises near Multai in this picture, observe my dear students. Next, many other west flowing rivers are short and swift, means very speed. The important among them are Sabarmati in Gujarat, Bedti, Sharavati, Kali, Netravati are in Karnataka, Periyar, Kerala. Mandovi, Jauri, these are Maharashtra and Goa. Bedti, Sharavati, Kali, Netravati are Karnataka, important, very short and swift west flowing rivers, Karnataka. Next, what is meaning? Irrigation. The artificial supply of water for the purpose of agriculture, industry, drinking water, etc. It refers to the supply of water to agricultural land from river, reservoir, tanks, from other underground sources. Why necessity of irrigation? Why? What is the need of irrigation in India? So India is an agriculture country and also most of agriculture mainly depends on rainfall. Rainfall is mainly depends on it is seasonal, uncertain and unevenly distributed. Especially southwest monsoons are decide irrigate even rainfall in India. So especially paddy or sugarcane, these crops require too much of water. This can be provided only by irrigation, which is very essential in India. Next, types of irrigation systems: well irrigation, canal irrigation and tank irrigation. But scientific types of irrigation systems are sprinkler and drip irrigation to reduce water consumption also with the help of sprinkler and drip irrigation. With little water we may use and grow more crops and more land area. First, well irrigation. It is very important type of irrigation in India. 60.7% total irrigated area is covered in India. Well irrigation is possible even in areas of low rainfall. It is cheap and easy to dig wells. It is very useful to small farmers, not require superior technology, not require too much capital. Very easy to small farmers already I said. Well irrigation is largely practiced in the especially wherever the rivers and plains, Ganga plains including Punjab state, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. In South India, well irrigation widely practiced in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Odisha. See my dear students, in this picture, there are two types of wells are there. Open wells. See top here showing this open well, and tube well means bore well. Canal irrigation. It has occupies second place after the well irrigation and accounts for about 27% in canal irrigation system in India. India has one of the world's largest canal systems. The government is responsible for the construction and maintenance complete in India. There are two types of canals. One is inundation canal or flood canals and perennial canals. In inundation canals, water is drawn directly from the river without building dam or construction of dams. Next, in perennial canals, dams are constructed across the rivers and water is stored behind the reservoir or dams used for the agriculture, even industry, drinking water, etc. Canal irrigation is extensive in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab state, Haryana, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Odisha, West Bengal and Karnataka states. Next, tank irrigation. A tank is a natural or man-made hollow on the earth's surface into which rainwater is collected. This water is used for the irrigations. So most of the tank irrigation mainly depends on rainfall. During the rainfall, most of the tanks are fill up, but summer season partially these are dry up. The important problem of tank irrigation is silting. Desilting is necessary. Only 3% of total irrigated areas under tank irrigation in India is possible. It is mainly found in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. So more tanks are lies in these states. See, so testing to you, match the following. Ganga river rises Gangotri glacier, Indus river rises Manas Sarovar, Mount Kailash, Kaveri river rises Talakaveri, Krishna river Mahabaleshwar, Godavari river Triambak near Nasik, Maharashtra. See, only for your important questions also asking. Next, come to now multi-purpose river valley projects. Multi-purpose river valley projects in India main purpose are aims to provide water for irrigation, control floods, generate hydroelectricity, to prevent soil erosion, to develop inland waterways and fishing, to provide recreation facilities, to provide water for domestic purposes and industries, to reclaim land for agriculture and afforestation, etc. First multi-purpose river valley project in India is after the first independent India is Damodar River Valley project. So it has been designed on the lines of Tennessee Valley Authority TVA in USA. River Damodar was called Sorrow of Bengal before construction of this. Now it is complete avoid its complete destruction and etc. But before construction of Damodar River Valley project, so this caused devastating floods during the rainy season and damaged crops, human life and even animal life and etc. property etc. So main purpose of Damodar River Valley project constructed to control floods, to provide irrigation, navigation, generation of hydroelectricity, afforestation, control of soil erosion, promotion of mining industries and inland fishing. So this project has been jointly undertaken by government of Bihar, former state Bihar, now Jharkhand state and West Bengal benefits this Damodar River Valley project. Across this project constructed 4 important dams at Tilaya, Konar, Maitan, Panchet Hill. A barrage Durgapura and 3 thermal power stations also established. 3 important thermal power stations are at Bokaro, Durgapur and Chandrapura. Next important multi-purpose river valley project is Bhakra Nangal project. It is joint venture of Punjab state, Haryana and Rajasthan, 3 states. Bhakra Nangal project comprises of 2 dams at Bhakra and Nangal across the river Satluj, one of the tributaries of river Indus in Himachal Pradesh, and 4 important powerhouses are constructed. Main purpose of Bhakra Nangal project started to control floods, irrigation facilities, generation of hydroelectricity, prevention of soil erosion, and promotion of afforestation are the main objectives or aims. It is the highest dam, 226 meters height. It has a reservoir called Govinda Sagar. Next is Hirakud project. It is the longest project in India, longest multi-purpose river project across river Mahanadi in Odisha. This project comprises of construction of 3 dams, river Mahanadi at Hirakud, Tikkarapura, Naraj. It also has 2 hydel power stations. Hirakud is the longest dam in India, 4,801 meters length. The main aims of Hirakud project: flood control, provision of irrigation facilities, and generation of hydroelectricity. It also provides a transport by inland waterways, fishing, and afforestation. Tungabhadra project, it is a joint venture of Karnataka state and Andhra Pradesh state. The main aims of the projects are to provide irrigation, generation of idle power, and inland fisheries. It comprises a dam and 3 idle power houses. A dam has been constructed across river Tungabhadra, a tributary of Krishna, at Mallapuram near Hospete in Ballari district in Karnataka. It has a reservoir called Pampasagar. Next, very important biggest multipurpose river in Karnataka is especially in North Karnataka, Upper Krishna project. It comprises of 2 dams, namely Halmatti and Narayanpura, and a hydel power house. The main aims of projects are to provide irrigation, drinking water, and generate hydroelectricity. The Halmatti dam is constructed near Halmatti village in Basava Bagyawadi Taluk. The Narayanpura dam is located near Siddhapura village in Muddebihal Taluk of Vijayapura district in Karnataka. So this project to provide irrigation facilities Bagalkot district, Vijaypura, Kalburgi, Yadgir, and parts of Belagavi district, etc. Next is Kosi project. This project is an international project and a joint venture of India and Nepal. This project constructed across the border of India and Nepal is Hanuman Nagar, Nepal. The main purpose or objectives of this project are irrigation, flood control, idle power, generation, and fishing. The project has been executed by India, but benefits are shared both by India and Nepal. Next is Rihand Valley project. This is the most important multi-purpose river valley project of Uttar Pradesh state. It built across the river Rihand, one of the tributaries of river Son. This main purpose: control floods, prevention of soil erosion, inland fishing, provides irrigation, power generation are the main aims. This reservoir created by this dam is called Govinda Ballapant Sagar. Next, Nagarjuna Sagar project. It is built across river Krishna near Nagarjunakonda, Nandikonda village in Telangana now. Irrigation and power generation are the main purposes of this project. Only for testing you, see, answer them. What are the main aims of multipurpose river valley projects? See, this is answer. Thank you.